Like I said on last week's episode, when you hunt a specific buck, it could be a really long season. That's exactly what's happening to Chad and I now. We've had a few encounters with this Forky buck and we have not been able to get it done. We've come so close. Now we just need some luck on our side. Something's got to give. We need something to change and go our way so we can get this buck on the ground.
Condition, lights out, stomping all competition. My utmost to his highest, it gets no flyer. We set the mainframe on fire. Cold red, feel the lead from the pedal. I push to the metal, the dust never settles. F5 level, kick up the bass and the treble. Cause faith, that's a rebel. I can show you the devil. I blaze a trail like the rays from tail light. Sound shaking the ground like earthquakes and hail might. Someday I'll die, but not tonight. Excuse me while I light up the sky. Light up the sky.
If any of you out there have ever had a deer that you were after and you didn't get it or had a bad experience or never saw it again, you know the feeling. I don't know if y'all ever been there, but if you have, then you can totally relate. I'm excited that we're still seeing the deer, but man, I'm losing confidence in myself and my abilities. I mean, I've shot so many things with my bow. I definitely know how to bow hunt. I know how to shoot the deer. I don't know, man, this deer has got me some kind of worked up.
We've been fortunate in a way that this deer's even been showing up for us and that we've even had opportunities to kill him, but we can't get it done. We've come so close and I just know it is eating Chad up inside. And it's hard for me too as a cameraman filming all this. We're trying to get this done. We've had 3 encounters now with a monster buck, and usually we're lucky to have 1 encounter and we get it done in many cases. We're throwing everything at this buck and we haven't put the deer on the ground yet, so maybe it's time to make a change.
Man, talk about not being able to get it done. I already had my opportunity and I screwed that up, as you saw. Obviously I pulled the shot. I was nervous, I was excited, I'm getting anxious, I'm worried I'm not gonna get to see the deer again. I got neighbors on the fence line. They're driving the fence line in Jeeps with rifles. They're cornering the road, they're rattling, they're doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm just worried they're gonna get the deer. So I feel like I'm in this race. You know, that's stuff I'm sure you all deal with, and man, it's got me some kind of worked up. You know what? I'm gonna get my kid's crossbow. I've never hunted with a crossbow before, but the range on that thing and it's deadly accurate. And that deer, as you see, he likes to come in too far out of my range. It's like he knows he's toying with me. And when he does, I can't seem to get him lined up for a good shot. I feel comfortable, so I'm gonna take the crossbow and try to get this done. I know what I did. I aimed low. I'm a bow hunter. That's all I do is bow hunt. You've got to aim low on these deer. They duck the string. If you don't, you're gonna miss them. But it's a crossbow and it's smoking fast. So I aimed low and I shot exactly where I was aiming. I don't know, man. What is going on with me and this deer? This is embarrassing. One of the things y'all don't realize is how much hunting I put in for this Forky deer. I mean, you're just seeing the, the cream of the crop of what's going on here, but man, I've been hunting this deer all season, and I've had Scott filming me. I've had my friend Kyle filming me. And a matter of fact, Braden, my son, he was filming me when I shot him both times, with the bow and with the crossbow. And the reason is Braden's actually hunting the same location for a deer we call a tall brow. It is the only deer he wants. He wants this deer bad. I told Braden though, I said, son, this deer, this tall brow deer that you want, no one has ever seen this deer. He's probably 7.5 years old, is our best guess, maybe 8. I told him he's not gonna see the deer. He doesn't care. He wants a challenge. So I'm hunting, and Kyle's actually filming me this time again. Man, we didn't see anything. It was late morning, and we were about to get out of the stand. Next thing you know, Kyle's like, deer, deer, deer. He's like, it's tall brows. And I'm like, what? Did he say tall brow? Man, I started thinking about this. For 2 years, I've been telling everybody to kill this deer. We want this deer gone. Braden will understand. Man, I got on the deer, he turned, gave me a perfect shot. I let the arrow fly. He slams into a tree and flips over and rolls in the cactus and blood everywhere. It's a hunt I'll never forget, but as soon as the deer was down, it was over. Man, I started thinking, what did I do? My son is not gonna be happy. It took me 2 days after I got home before I broke the news to Braden. I told him one night he was going to bed, and I just kind of, by the way, threw out there, hey, this is kind of what happened, and I didn't know what to do, so I shot him, and Braden's eyes got real big. He's like, no, you didn't. I said, no, I did. He's like, Dad, please tell me you really didn't kill my deer. I really did not expect that from him. He knows how Dad manages, and he knows how important all that stuff is and how dominant that deer was. He's heard about tall brow for years. He knew he was a problem. He wasn't having it. He was not happy with me. I felt about this big. Man, the next day, sitting at work, I was kind of thinking about this whole situation. It has me really tore up, I mean, I love my son, man. I could tell he was hurt, and, he was trying to hold back. I thought, you know what? I'm going to let him shoot Forky. That's got to be a way to make it up to him. So I told him, I said, Braden, I said, I'll tell you what, next time we go to the leash, it's probably going to be, the season's going to be closed, it's going to be, youth season. I said, how about, you go after Forky? And he's like, laughed. He thought I was kidding. I said, no, I'm serious, buddy. He goes, you're not going to let me kill Forky. And I said, no, I'm serious. And man, he took me up on it, I'll tell you that.
There's blood squirting out everywhere. You can't even tell. He was going around the corner. And I can feel my heart beating in my chest. Dad, feel my heart. Feel.
Yeah, you're a little excited, buddy. That's a huge buck, buddy.
My ears are ringing.
You know what? The deer was definitely out of bow range for Braden, so I'm so glad we opted for the rifle. Boy, was he excited. And I knew he killed that deer, man. It was such a good, he couldn't have made a better shot. Man, my son, he could not wait to go put his hands on this deer.
What? Let's go, he's right there. Woo! Let's go.
Well, old Dad couldn't get it done, but I guess
Had to bring in the backup.
The backup, huh? Backup plan paid off. Wow, what a deer, buddy.
Unbelievable.
Ah, what a deer. This is an incredible buck. I mean, I'm always fighting my friends over letting their kids shoot big deer. I just don't believe in it. I think they need to work their way up. You got to have something to look forward to. I mean, where do you go from here? I don't know where he's going to go, but man, he's proven himself. I mean, ever since he's out of diapers, man, he was shooting coons and rabbits and all kinds of stuff, making great shots. He's done great with his bow, killed several good deer with his bow. He's been jealous of, Dad shooting these big deer. And you know what? His old man couldn't get it done, and he did it. So, man, what a great deer. I couldn't be prouder of Braden. Did a really good job. Yeah, and you know what? You earned this deer, and I'm really happy for you. That's crazy. Man, what a beautiful deer. I'm so glad everything happened the way that it did. I'm glad that I made the bad shot twice. And I was so mad at myself and trying to figure things out. And sometimes you just don't understand what the plan is and why things happen the way they do. I can't tell you how excited I was just thinking about that. That was an awesome experience with my son. It happened exactly the way it was supposed to.
Keep burning, I'm about ready to run. When I get angry, I feel weak and hear these voices in my head telling me.
It's been amazing to watch the saga of Forky unfold there at Chad's ranch. It's amazing to see how the twists and the turns happen, but yet in the end, everything actually worked out for the best. Actually, everything came together really better, the way that they hoped they would really in the beginning. It's not the way they anticipated it, but we all see that it worked out better. And in life, I think a lot about that. Sometimes in life, things don't work out the way that we want, do we? We have a plan, right? We all have a preconceived idea of how things are going to go. We're going to go here, and we're going to marry this person, and we're going to have this job, and we're going to do this, and we got our lives all planned out. But you and I both know that oftentimes it never works out that way. There are twists and there are turns, and there are sometimes times that we just don't think it's going the right way. But I found something in my faith 26 years ago when I said yes to Christ. And I said yes to God, and I began to walk with God. I discovered a scripture, and then I began to see it play out in my life. It's in Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And here's what it says. It says, "And we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them that are the called according to His purpose." And I began to realize as I walked with God that even those twists and turns, even those things that I didn't plan, that sometimes didn't even seem good in the moment, because of my faith in God, because of my relationship with the Lord, He was actually doing something. He was working things behind the scenes in ways that I could not fully understand in the moment. But as time went on, I realized that He was doing it for my good, that it was actually serving me and my family better. And over all of these years, I have come to trust that even in the twists and turns and different plots of life, that God can be trusted, that He really does love us, that He is actually orchestrating and working everything out for our good, not to hurt us, but to bless us and to help us and to give us a better experience in life, to bring us peace and hope that only He can give. I pray that if you're in a difficult season, you would turn and trust God, and you would give everything to Him and learn the joy of what He can do in our lives
through His wonderful and amazing plans. If you'd like to know more about a personal relationship with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, just go to elusivewildlife.com, click on that Moment of Truth tab.
God